right, it's 8:01. We'll call the transit committee meeting to order for July 12th. Got roll call. We have everyone here except for John. Approval of minutes.
I'll make that motion.
Second. Is there any discussion, any corrections, additions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Any public comment? Nothing, please. Here, staff reports. Austin.
And then for today, ridership, daily run productivity, electric bus update, the solar update for you, financials around the office, on the routes, team building, and any questions. Ridership this last month decreased a bit from May to June, down about 11% on the doorstop and red cedar route, and then on the community route, it decreased from 1095 in May to 7791 in June, but also we're still here for 10 days in May. So only down 28%, but in looking at the next slide, looking at community, 791 puts us at almost double the next best year ever for June. So it did great there. Looking back in comparison to previous years. Going over to doorstop and red cedar, you combine them, bring them to the top. 519 for June. Stack that up against previous years, and it's right in the middle. There has been just a downtick in the past few months compared to having a very strong March. It's been a little bit lighter for ridership on the doorstop route. But again, a lot of these riders are taking that to the bus now, which also helps our capacity on the doorstop. Daily run productivity with the reduction in the amount of total trips also reduces the trips per hour for those buses. Try to stick around that 2+ trips per hour. Drop this a little bit below. Electric bus update. Got an email last week. It's nice finally getting these email, even if not much changes. They did purchase the Buy America battery for the test unit before they found one that was not purchased yet. And then on the production schedule status, still on track. Here is the stuff that so the timeline isn't changing now either through a couple months. So that's great. Solar update. WISDOT reached out middle of last month with what is required before we move forward and information that needs to be submitted to the FDA for an environmental review. Just pretty much a scope of the work that's going to be done. Then to them, the nice part is to this project that I didn't know before, we have a WISDOT pretty much liaison that really helps guide these transit agencies through a process like this. And with not doing this before, it's been a nice help. Namacoggin previously went through this, putting in a solar unit, so that has been a good thing to kind of piggyback off how they've done it, what they've done for this. Their review took around 5 months to conclude after they got the information and resulted in exclusion
one question. Say if you put all those solar panels on a roof, so that's go through all these regulations? So the building's already up, I wonder?
I do not know that, but I can,
No, I'm just kind of curious.
yeah, no, that is a good question. Solar on roof. I mean, and then the closer we get to that airfield.
I suppose.
Yeah, so, and with what we've talked about in previous meetings, wanting to kind of stay off the ag land or come across the road here. So we'll figure that out through this. Yeah, I have documentation on that, but it looked a lot like the mock-up that had previously, but smaller. They've got a nice synopsis that they provided for this doc. On the near there. Probably somewhere. So bringing back the last 3 months of financials, these screenshots that I've showed in previous meetings, for April, January, May, and January to June. So we've been doing great on saving money during the summer months, and then this was 18,000, so it's good. And I added another 15,000 in fuel costs, and we're still another 3,000, so it's good compared to how we were looking through May. Because through 6 months, we're at around 26,000 on the fuel budget. Original budget for fuel was 24. So with the reduction in the summer route for another 2 months, going into about a week, September, and then kind of a light December. Forecasting 45,000 on fuel should be pretty accurate as of now, barring any crazy price drops or increases. But with that, even forecasting that, we're looking good in June. On your last page of the information I gave you, there's a line breakdown of every line is anything we want to cut down. Everything else is paid very good, or how it should look. The bus did go down for cases, that'll be probably 2,000 to 3,000 coming. That'll be shown after this month. That'll get dropped off today. But other than that, nothing unforeseen. On the office, that front flower bed was an eyesore for a while. Hasn't been mulched probably 2020, 2019, probably 2019 or earlier. It didn't go too crazy on it, but after I picked up 3 yards, threw it on, and we watered it. That's the pictures on the bottom. And then facilities mows for it, and they can never get very close to the back top right picture in that corner. So I mulched it all the way out. So then no weed whacking to be done back there compared to before. Definitely not perfect. It's not throwing fabric down underneath it, but for a quick couple-hour ordeal, it boosted it up a bit. That was the smoke advisory day I chose to go out there and work. So that was fun. But on the route, we were approved at Walmart to hang bus stop signs for 2 routes. Pretty cool. So we can understand where the bus is going to park when it gets there. And especially if we're not printing stuff in bulk, we were thinking of options and more cost-effective ways to print stuff ourselves for a lot of the one-off things that we need. So the bus stop signs in the picture is able to order right off Amazon for I think $20 a piece. It's already the DOT's reflective material, and then we can get permanent vinyl with reflective kind of pearl underlayment for the cricket. about $500, and just in the 10 stickers that we bought, with the tediousness of doing this come drive with us, $280 for those. This will pay for itself. So did that for any upcoming signage on advertisement too. And then team building, any of your departments, anybody that needs to go through this or wants to go through this, we're doing this next Tuesday from 6 to 8. We have space for anybody else who'd like to join. But it's good for 2 years, and the last time we did this was July of 2021. So good to have. It's not required as a bus driver, but with the clientele that we are driving, and that we have in our training and subscription budget, we try to make sure that this. Someone did have a seizure on the bus a couple months ago. So luckily the other person that was riding the bus was nailed. So that was good. But the ambulance came and took them away. So but I got it. Spoke a lot in a short period of time. But, no, that is something that we would like to get at least done the work done. But, I think that'd be great.
I just think that's really great, that training for like, you'll see CPR,
Yeah.
it just, otherwise, even I've been in some like situations, something happened and I didn't know what to do. I would never had taken that course, but.
I took it a few years ago for a previous job, and then I was driving back on the highway, and I was the person right behind a car that belt blew in the tire, and we flipped out of the car. People flipped out, and I was still, even with that, you never know if what you're doing is the perfect way.
Yeah, at least you had like
Yeah,
some training.
Yeah, the one lady was face down on the ground, and had to get her rolled over so she could get some air. But yeah. Good.
Anything else? Boy, that's short and sweet.
Right on time.
You gotta beat that.
Next meeting date is August 9th. If there's nothing else, I guess we're adjourned. 8:16, we'll call highway meeting to order for 7:12. Roll call. We have everyone here. Approval of minutes.
Move we approve.
Second. Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion on June 14th minutes? Nope. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Public comment? Nothing there. On Dustin.
On the agenda today, we'll go through highway shop operations, engineering project updates, new position requests, highway financials, vouchers, purchase orders, County Road D project asphalt bids, have some pickup purchase and auction items. Just to go through some of the highway and shop operations. So we're currently mowing on the state system, mowing in currently on the state system only. We are not doing any of the county stuff unless it's hazard or anything. We are spray patching, pothole patching, sweeping and prepping roads for seal coating. We actually started seal coating this week on Monday for the next 2 weeks. We are looking at 36 miles of county roads we're seal coating, 7 miles of state, and 13 miles of town roads. So like I said, they should be done here by next week, weather permitting.
So how much more time will that give a road once you do the seal coating on average?
So typically when we put a seal coat down is probably year 3 to 5. And it usually extends it another, I would say 10 years maybe.
So
or
it's
like
cost
6.
effective then?
It is a surface treatment though. So if there is structural issues going on with the road, it's not going to correct that. It's just protecting that surface. We did start our County Road Z projects. We did start that July, I believe. And then we did wrap up our County Road Z project up at Sandra. June 19th. We had a number of concrete blowups, obviously with the warm weather. Board State Highway 29. So that we did some temporary repairs there, maybe put some asphalt in or milling the buckle. And we'll be looking at repairing those in the fall. Shop operations, the crews continue to repair equipment as needed. We are looking at currently demoing a GPS unit that we can put in each one of our pieces of equipment. It can range from plow truck, pickup truck, all the way to dozers, backhoes. It basically tells you where that piece of equipment is at all times. It also will provide diagnostic information. If a code comes up, check engine light, it'll actually tell us what it is to some extent. It's not 100% perfect. We are looking at that. Most of our plow trucks right now on the state system have this already built in that the DOT pays for. But we would be looking at trying to implement something like that on our county system. The one thing we are looking at right now is with this GPS unit that goes in each piece of equipment, there is another software tool that can be utilized to create work orders. It'll tell us when a service is needed. It'll help our mechanics plan, schedule what needs to be done. Currently, it's just a pen and a paper what we're doing, and word of mouth that a service needs to be completed. So we are demoing a unit like that currently. Not to say it's going to happen, but we need to get up to date with our repair history. The engineering projects. This is our County Road B project. Obviously, it was completed. The picture up there on the upper right-hand corner there is on County Road B, looking east at County Road U. It is painted now. Picture is a little bit older. Everything went well. As far as I know, we did have some issues with obviously seeding and trying to get things growing. So I don't know, we'll have to monitor that. And then, like I said, we'll come back and fix anything that we have to do for repairs on that.
Road looks good. Real good.
Perfect. That'll last 40 years.
Yeah.
Hopefully it looks good. Z project, so June 19th, we did start that. We're anticipating about a 3-month project down there. As you can see, the condition of the road, that road is deteriorated that badly. Takes a lot more work to fix it. As you can see in the picture, we're building the road up. There's not a lot of base on that road. I believe it's basically asphalt sitting on top of shale. And the way they built roads years ago is they took all the dirt from the ditches and put it onto the road bed and threw asphalt on top of it. So what you see there is approximately we're going to be about 9 to 10 inches higher than the existing roadway when it's complete.
The only problem with that is any roads coming on to that road is a lot steeper. You know, I mean, I got some like in field roads that all of a sudden now it's a lot harder getting up on the main road.
Yep.
Because it's that much more higher. And you wouldn't think that'd be that much, but it makes a big difference.
Yep, no, in field roads, driveways, that we try to go out as far as we
Okay.
can, to match in, to blend it in, so it's not a steeper slope. But yeah, there is that potential. So like I said, it's probably about a 3-month project. We'll be looking at trying to wrap that up here in, I'd guess probably September. Some other engineering and projects, our County Road B project from 1229 to Packard Drive. We're completing the utility plans. The design consultant is looking at the work plans for that and getting all that squared away. Permits are being issued to complete their work if it's in the road right away. Looking at probably this fall for a lot of those utilities located. The design consultants are finalizing the lighting plan, prepping for final plan specs and estimates with the date of August 1st for review. We did mention this previous. We are anticipating approximately a 25% increase in cost from last year to this year, and we're estimating based on today's numbers for next year. So we'll see what happens for even next year.
So on that project, can they leave the lights in place or they gotta come out and be replaced? You know, they're in the middle there now. Are they?
So the lights are actually going to be removed and replaced. I know the city has had problems with the lighting out there, so the city maintains them. Sometimes they turn on, sometimes they don't. There's wire short somewhere that they can't seem to correct. But yeah, we would be updating to LED lights and all that stuff. Like I said, the big cost right now for the increase is concrete prices are through the roof right now. The demand for getting cement materials is huge. Like I said, that whole road is going to be concrete, so I anticipate a sticker shock for next year. County Road B project from Packard Drive to Double B. The design and utility locates are completed for the bypass lane by Ellsworth Creamery. Isaac staked it. Our county forces, after we're done seal coating, will put that on their schedule to build. I just want to reiterate that is paid for by the city of Menominee. We're anticipating approximately, I think, $100,000 to put that bypass lane in the city's TIF district for that. Cost proposals, we submitted cost proposals for paving that particular section of road. I looked at it as I think we would have a better end product if we hire that particular project out. We only received one proposal, obviously from Monarch Paving, which has the plant that's literally right behind the Cenex gas station there. And I'll go over that more in detail. Show you the actual bid proposal. Right now, speaking with Monarch, they're anticipating if they get awarded this project late August, early September. We did specify that it had to be completed by September 15th, so we can get everything shouldered and painted all that before snow flies. Never like to know what October brings. So. County Road Q and W project, we finalized all the real estate acquisitions that we needed to, redo the design of County Road Q and W intersection. So that is complete. We are anticipating August 1st or July 31st for a start date on that particular project. As you can see, that's the finished design up there in the upper right-hand corner. We're going to be making a curve. Right now, it's kind of designed almost like a T intersection, but it is supposed to be a curve. So we are going to have more free flow traffic there and less confusion. So that project is anticipated start August and probably about a month and a half to complete. At the end of September, probably. The bridge there on Muddy Creek, P1761, County Road C Muddy Creek Bridge, change management request was completed. And actually, I just got word Monday that it has been awarded for the increased funding for this particular project. We anticipated, according to the original or the revised estimate, it was a 41% increase from the original estimate that was done in 2020, I believe it was 2021. So the construction is scheduled for next year, which will probably take about 3 months to complete. It'll be bid here this fall. And hopefully it comes in either on bid or under bid. Right now, the estimated cost for this project is $888,000 for a bridge. Any questions with any project information updates before I go on to the next? Not. I just wanted to let you know I did request a new position, an engineering tech position to help out on our engineering department here. This position I think is definitely warranted. We currently, between Isaac and myself, we put out fires that are happening today, not in the future. I want to start looking at putting together project designs in the future where we can eliminate some of this design consultant. We would have the ability to plan ahead instead of same year. It would take a little bit of my workload away. Right now, I don't feel like I'm managing this department. I am actually doing a lot of the work to make things happen here. So I believe this engineering tech position would be a huge benefit. We are anticipating just salary and fringe, which is not set in stone right now, but approximately $86,000 per year starting for this position.
So the question is, how much do you spend now on outside and that would go against that increase?
I would say we spend it every year is different. Depends on what projects we have. But I would anticipate probably about $50,000 a year. With a lot of the design stuff that I think we could do in-house. With these SDP projects that are 80-20 funded, we can't do those. Take that back. We can do those, but it's not necessarily cost effective when you got to jump through the DOT hurdles. But like I said, a lot of that stuff we do in-house. We implemented a CAD drawing software here that Isaac is very familiar with. So he's been doing a lot of in-house designs. We are looking at helping out facilities department with what we call the road to nowhere, but behind facilities. We're going to help out and do some stuff there. There's a potential bike trail and stuff that we're looking at helping out. doing some stuff in-house as much as possible. And like I said, Isaac's only one man, and there's a lot of other things that need to be done. We have to oversee the Old Galley Dam monthly. It's tough to even get there.
Monthly.
And we have to take visual inspections monthly. Traffic counts, there's a lot of stuff that's being neglected right now and we should be doing. I've kind of had field personnel kind of helping out, and we're so short-staffed with that. And they don't have time to help out here.
Would this person have a 4-year degree then?
No, I would anticipate a associate's degree in either civil engineering or like project management. So yeah, it would not be a 4-year bachelor. Just to kind of put it in perspective, so St. Croix has, I don't want to compare everybody, but St. Croix has a commissioner, assistant commissioner, an engineer, 2 techs to do their engineering department. Eau Claire, same thing. Eau Claire has a commissioner, assistant commissioner, an engineer, and so on and so forth. We have the same amount of roads as they do, if not more. So,
But they have a bigger tax base because more people.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But yeah, I can't speak on behalf of Eau Claire, but I know their tax base that doesn't necessarily go to highway. They are borrowing.
I guess I got a question. When would you want this to take place?
This would be budgeted for 2024.
You're giving them a heads up that it's coming to budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, this, like I said, it'll be up to the county board for approval. Highway financials, looking at the monthly financials, we're still running that budget surplus on that projection over there on the upper right-hand corner there, 3.1 currently. That is including our budgets, our sale items that we sold, the crushing unit, and all that is included with that particular surplus.
You got anything else you're gonna sell, or you pretty well caught up now?
We are looking at selling some more stuff too.
Okay.
There's a list of the expenses. I don't know if there's any questions on that. Yeah, everybody always thinks that county construction, we have a $6.2 million budget, but when you're spending $1 million on a project, it goes very, very quick. There's the revenue side. And we just received our second installment of our GTA, or general transportation aid, this week for $800,000. That's not included.
So how much is that going up for the new budget?
We don't know that for
I
sure.
thought they had a,
I believe we were anticipating 4% increase. That was what was projected in our 2024 budget request that I put in there for 4% increase. That's, I guess, all I have for staff reports.
I make one. I got a request from the gentleman that lives on County Double B. There's lots of potholes. He called me. Want to know when it was going to be fixed? I said it's scheduled for 24. Oh, okay.
We
Let
did
you know.
We did put a few grader patches up there.
Good job.
We are looking at maybe putting more grader patches just to get it through the winter, because apparently the gravel's coming through the road and it's not good.
He just called. I thought I'd let you know. He wanted me to let you.
I'm sure it was the same individual that were not too kind to our individuals that were filling potholes up there.
Really? He isn't that type of guy, Dave Mold.
I don't know.
Oh, he's not.
They
Nice
gave
guy.
So I told him to give him my business card and
Okay,
as of today, nobody's called.
yeah. Steve's a nice guy. He didn't do that.
Next year, pending the approval of the budget.
Exactly. All right, that's it for that, thanks. Seven, A, approval of vouchers.
And I have the vouchers here, so like I said, I put all the action items on our slide too.
Their motion for the
POs,
vouchers. I make the motion.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion on vouchers? Any questions? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Seven B, county B asphalt paving proposal.
Like I said before, we did request proposals for paving this particular section of B. We had one proposal submitted from Monarch, with a cost of 1.36 approximately, to complete the 4.5 inches of asphalt that is needed on that particular section of road. So that would be done in 2 lifts. They would place it. We requested a transfer machine. We would be doing the trucking on the particular project, and we would be looking at doing any hauling of materials on or off site that would be needed. Estimated, I had an estimated cost of about 138 for this project. Obviously, that's if we were looking at paving it ourselves. So it falls within the budget that we have for it. Once the project is complete, we do have $460,000 allocated to this project for reimbursement from the DOT once it is complete. So just so you're aware too, this 1.3 would not include the shouldering and the pavement markings that would be needed on top of this. County Forces would be doing that once completed. Like I said before, I believe this would be the best approach to do this, based on our current volume of work that we have. August and September, we're going to be paving probably County Road Z, and we're going to be paving some town roads. We do have County Road Q and W to pave with our own county forces. I feel right now Monarch they do this work every day. I want to put the best product out for this particular road, due to the sheer volume of this road that this particular road sees. Like I said, I think this would be the best approach for this project, for longevity. Not to say what we can't do it, we can, but I don't believe we would have the same outcome long term.
How long will it take?
3.31 miles.
And this bid is what's up, we're doing all the trucking.
Trucking is not included with this cost.
So why do you think they do a better job, their pavers, than what we would do? I know that the time limit is probably like the biggest reason.
So we don't have a transfer machine. So what a transfer machine is that you basically dump into this transfer machine, it conveyors it into the hopper of the
Paver?
paver. So it blends it, it gets more uniform.
Okay.
That seems to be a better product when you do it that way. I don't know if our rolling techniques aren't up to date, in my opinion, but we do not get the compaction that I think we need. I've had compaction testing done on our county system, and we are not meeting our compaction density.
Is it,
And I can't say if it's due to the rolling or if it's due to the mix. I can't say that. I don't know.
Yeah, transfer machine, can you have more product in front of it then and not just dump straight into it then? A little
The
more,
way with the transfer machine is that paver never stops, so you never want that paver to stop.
oh,
So
okay,
if we were to pave it,
there'd be some times.
you will feel the bumps, like when the paver's
Really?
meeting up to the truck. Not saying it doesn't stop, it keeps rolling, but it has that bump.
Okay.
So you will feel bumps, wherever truck is getting loaded.
If you ever wanna buy one for the, is it too expensive and,
You don't even wanna know what the cost is.
okay.
St. Croix is looking at possibly purchasing one, and maybe there's a chance we could borrow it as needed. But yeah, it's very, very expensive.
On the unit prices on that stuff, that, what they charge us, that's pretty close to what they charge us.
So this is an MT mix. I want to reiterate that too. So that is a heavier oil content, and this is actually 3% air voids. Typically, the state spec is 4%. So there's going to be more oil in this mix. Right now, we're paying $59 a ton for the lesser mix. And this is at 61 and 64. So those numbers, I really feel are very, very good numbers in today's world. The placement cost, that would be the cost savings if we were to do it ourselves at that placement cost. And like I said, I personally think, Brent can speak, but I think we would have a superior product if we hired it out.
Only because we don't have the equipment they do for a road like that.
It's such a busy road, such a high traffic road.
I mean, I'm not gonna. The guys have done this. Every road we pay. We sent. We paved it. Better than I've seen in the last.
So the hopper takes away the transition of dumping trucks in there and stopping and starting, blah, blah, blah. All the things you said is a benefit, and makes the road better. Okay?
Absolutely.
You said, was it St. Croix or Pierce that was getting one?
St. Croix was looking
St.
into
Croix.
purchasing one, but
So-
it's a huge cost.
Yeah, I can just about imagine what the cost is, but is that ever something that could be shared, like we went in with it?
And that's what I was saying is if
Where we could collaborate.
Yeah.
Timing of when you're gonna pay, when they're gonna pay, when you're gonna pay.
and that's what we do
And I don't know
now.
if that's a normal thing within counties where you would share costs like that or whatever, but I would guess it probably is.
So currently we're renting the chip spreader from St. Croix County. So we sold our chip spreader due to the sheer age of it, and
Yep.
it doesn't put out a good product. I will say that. Theirs is an automated system, so it calibrates how much rock comes out based on the speed. Our old one was basically on or off. There's no in between. So that's basically what a lot of counties are starting to do is buying one piece of equipment and multiple counties are utilizing. So that is an option, but right now, no counties have them.
I mean, to me, that you see more of that kind of collaboration.
Yep.
Between companies and especially in the state system, where things are shared or purchased together and cooperated with and stuff like that.
Yeah, the purchasing together thing gets a little complicated because there's a DOT rate and who gets it.
Yep. No, I get that.
The reimbursement.
That's
Where
what-
it gets a little complicated.
That's where I stated at the beginning when I first said this, that where you had a cooperative you know, system put together before you would ever purchase something together.
Yep.
You know, like, you guys get it till like, June 19th, we're coming to pick it up, and we got it the rest of the year, whatever the deal is, you know, but.
Cause like you're saying, like, it doesn't make sense to have a big, high-priced piece of equipment sitting in the, shed for like 11 months already.
Well, you know, if something costs $3 million, if you can pay 1.5 and just use it, not have to rent it. Or, I don't know, maybe that makes more sense. I don't know if it does or doesn't, but in my mind, I guess, kind of making a little bit of sense that shared, especially things that aren't used every single day.
Yep.
Right.
You know.
That's why we do the chip spread.
Yep,
every
and
time.
Yeah,
what. and
yeah,
that's
no,
what
that
we're
makes
trying
perfect
to do.
sense to me. That's good.
Use it for 2 weeks and next, just use it.
Yeah.
We don't have any costs into it, if something breaks, any type of maintenance repairs, we don't.
Yeah, you're right. those
That's
are-
probably, we have joint ownership is the repairs and the maintenance.
Yeah.
Who's
That's why I
gonna
said
do
it gets
what.
complicated if you both purchase a
Yeah,
piece
yeah.
of equipment.
Yeah.
and-
No, I was just curious, you know, I get that, you know.
So on your chips, you know, sealant, where does the little rocks come from? Or, you know, they gotta be ground up really.
So
fine.
we're purchasing that material from Haas over by the Stanley area, so they have a black granite, like a
Okay.
gray black granite material. It's a harder rock than your traditional lime rock.
And then our trucks go over there and pick it up, or they,
We hauled it, started in February, we started hauling it as we could.
so how far will a truckload go? Road?
Probably, I would say 500 feet. Maybe more, depends on the width of it.
Yeah.
120 tons a mile. Yeah. 150, depending on the width.
So after time, when you come back and then strip it off into the shoulder then, and you can't, save any of those rocks, they just go into the shouldering.
And we'll bring our sweeper out, the one where we can collect it,
Okay.
but we can't put it back down on the chip seal road for future projects. It's got too much dust and dirt in it. Yeah, so basically, sits in a pile and gets utilized somewhere for fill or whatever. Put a box culvert in, we typically put those chips below the box culvert.
Okay.
Works really good for striking off.
I move we go with Monarch.
Second.
Motion been made, and seconded. Monarch for the County OB, any discussion? All in favor?
All right,
Any opposed? Motion been approved for Monarch.
You're gonna be a little bit wider than it is now, or?
It's gonna be the same width. 30 feet wide, 4.5 inches thick.
What's the thickness of it right now, about 4.5?
It ranges from 4 to 6 inches. So we did have a design pavement,
We did some boring, so.
yeah, and we concluded that 4.5 inches over 15 inches of base is gonna withstand the traffic volume there.
All right, 7C, F-110 pickup.
So at our last meeting, Dan mentioned that we had to put another half-ton pickup out of service. It was a 2011 Silverado that the frame was ready to crack in half. Due to safety reasons, we pulled it out of the fleet and we're looking at getting rid of it. I just happened to be looking at websites and came across this on Northtown's website. They actually had four of these 2022 model half-ton extended cab pickup trucks, 4-wheel drive, for approximately $42,000 a piece, which you can't find a half-ton pickup today for that cost, even on the state bid pricing. Since we are 3 trucks, half-ton pickup trucks down right now, we actually sold 2 on the previous auction due to the condition of them. And we just recently put another one out of commission. I have been suggesting that, we purchase these two trucks. As you can see, the total cost of $84,025. The plan is to have Isaac, switch his truck out that he utilizes, got a 3/4 ton pickup that doesn't plow or pull anything with, driving to a job site. So if you're looking at putting him in one of these and taking that 3/4 ton, and putting it down into the fleet or jockeying some trucks around.
So what is the mileage?
They say 24 miles to a gallon.
No, I mean like the miles on it.
Oh, it's 0 or whatever.
They're brand new.
They're brand new.
Oh, they're brand new, okay.
They're 2022 models, so I'm assuming they're COVID trucks that
Oh,
lot
okay.
for chips.
I just thought they were used
They're
being that.
V6s,
They're 2.7 people boost.
and that's enough power for what,
He
oh,
doesn't,
and
we don't,
So-
usually our half tons.
so basically, these are gonna be,
They're gonna be like on a flagging truck.
Staking or
getting guys out to job site.
and
Yeah,
some land.
just basically
Not
a mode of
not pulling trailers.
They got that twin turbo. Yeah, they got.
The problem we're seeing and that's gonna be the norm is this eco stuff, the turbos. If you want a V8, I think V8s are gonna be discontinued out of a half ton line pretty soon. Chevy's going to it, and they're all going to it.
These aren't a 4-seater or a 5-seater.
They're extended cab.
Right.
But they're not four doors. Yeah, they have the door flipped out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So like I said, for a lot of times for flagging, there might be two guys in a truck and they go to the job site. Take the signs and put them in the back. Like I said, I think it's a perfect truck for what we need right now. We do have 3 1-tons ordered through the state pricing. We're anticipating hopefully this fall to get those. They cannot tell me when they're coming. Could be this year, it could be next year. for all I know. Yeah, we did approve those last month or previous
okay.
month, I can't recall. They were right around 50,000
Okay.
for 3 each.
Were those 1-tons?
They were
Oh.
3,500
Okay,
Silverados. And that was through the state spec. I literally, I bring this up, so in our 2024 budget, the CIP request, I requested two pickups for purchase in 2024. I just recently got an email from the state spec, the dealership that has the state spec or bid. 2024 models ordering will be basically shut off in August. Late August, they will be shut off and no more 2024 models will be ordered. And they will be waiting till 2025 models and starting in May, June for ordering. I brought this up to Chris. I would like to order those trucks for 2024 now in August here for getting those built for 2024. There is a potential, and they did say it could be Q4 of 2023 that the trucks would be delivered. I don't foresee that happening. They're just kind of being optimistic. What they're seeing is either Q4 of 23 or Q1, 2 of 24. So that's why I'm looking at is I think we need to act on that now and anticipate these trucks coming in the spring of 2024. I did get pricing on crew cab half tons, and it was right around 46,000 for a similar truck to this, but a V8 and a crew cab. And those would be Chevys.
So when you order through the state, do you specify like what brand of vehicle you want? Chevrolet, Ford, Dodge?
We can pick whatever. So the state bid has Ford, Chevy,
Oh, okay.
Dodge, they're all typically different dealerships. Based on what I've been seeing, Chevys are cheaper than Fords, which typically isn't that not used to be, but, I don't know, I think,
I thought you.
I don't wanna speak on, but I think, resale value, you probably get better resale with a Chevy versus a Ford. I don't know that, but that's what I personally think.
But like you said before, sometimes you can't even get a price on them, so how do you compare?
Right.
If you don't know the prices, the difference.
The problem right now with the Ford is you can only get an EcoBoost. And if you go to a V8, it increases that cost by like almost $4 or $5 grand. Whereas the Silverados, it's like $1,500 extra for a V8.
Like, these trucks though would work good for what we need them for, and that's,
right-
and then
right
buying
now,
something
we-
local, huge benefit versus the other way, I think. I mean, to me, it's correct. I mean, for the use and buying local, I think it's kind of a good combination for what we really need, at this time.
And Northtown Northtown has reserved these for us. They took them off the lot. We did say that there's probably a good chance we're gonna purchase them, but through the committee, I was gonna have a special committee, but it's like, it's not worth it if they can hold them. But yeah,
What's your wishes?
this is my recommendation, is to purchase these two trucks for that.
I make a motion, we purchase the two proposed vehicles, as we've just gone through, you know, you know, we're utilizing funds from auction sales that we anticipated back then when we were talking about the auction items and what we should or shouldn't, and kind of what the forecast was, and I think this was part of that conversation, being able to utilize it for needed equipment, so.
And I guess I just want to reiterate that too. So our last auction, we made 67,000 roughly for the sale items. So that money would be going towards this, and then obviously the crushing equipment, we had over 900,000 there. So the funds are there, purchased, utilizing our fund balance.
Second.
Motion's been made in second. Any discussion? I do like the option too, that, you know, we got a 3/4 ton, we can get that back into the service and get,
Yeah.
I mean, you don't need a 3/4 ton.
Running around.
I really like, I mean, it's
Hoverboard. Moped and a little trailer, yeah.
any other discussion on this? All in favor?
Right.
Motion passes.
So can we just go back still for a second, because, Dustin and I did have a conversation about these 2024 trucks.
Okay.
And it's not an action item. Want to be transparent that we would shuffle some money to spend, if they by chance came at the end of this year, we would essentially backfill 2024 money in 2020. We use some 2023 money and then replenish it in 2024 when it's actually.
Good idea.
And I, like I said, they're being optimistic that it could potentially be Q4 of this year, which that was.
Tell me to pay them January 2nd.
Exactly.
I asked that, I said, if they do come in, let's say December or November, can we wait till January? And unfortunately, GM requires 30-day sale. So if you order these trucks, you have to take them within 30 days of payment. Is what they changed it, I guess, this year. Otherwise, it would have been nice if we could not have to deal shuffling funds, and I don't foresee it happening, but like I said, it's just like our plow trucks. It's like you have to order a year in advance to get the stuff.
Unfortunately, in the world we're in right now, you know, just being able to get a hold of things, shipping and blah, 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 all the reasons we all know about. Kind of at the mercy, just got to go with the flow.
Play the game.
Yeah.
All right, 7D, Wisconsin surplus auction items.
So, Dan and I have kind of looked at putting together another, auction item, list of items. So as you can see, that's the half-ton pickup that we had to take out of service. It's got those boxed-in frames. Unfortunately, with all the salt and contaminants, it's basically eating holes through the frame, and it's what we feel is a safety issue. So we are making that known on the sale item that it's as is, and if you want to fix the frame, that's up to them. Whatever they want to do, it's push, pull, or drag sale, I guess. I guess I want to reiterate this too. I came to find out that the last pickup trucks that we sold on these auction items, we actually, let's say we lost money based on the the value of that truck. So I've learned this, that when we purchase a truck, we have to have 15% value all the time on that vehicle. So at its end of its lifespan, there's still 15% value of that vehicle. This particular truck, I think, has a value right now of about $4,000. I don't know if we get $4,000 for that truck. So if we get $2,000 and then $2,000 for a $4,000 theoretical truck price, we actually lose $2,000. So this reiterates, we need to get rid of these types of pieces of equipment before it depreciates out. That has a 6-year depreciation. And we're keeping pickup trucks for 10, 15 years. So at the end game, we are actually losing money by keeping these trucks as long as we are. How many miles are some? I don't know the mileage on it. That was the patrol superintendent's first truck when I first started here. Not first started here, but that was his first new truck that he got. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably got 150,000 miles on it. But like I said, it's the unfortunate thing too is, I mean, we wash those pieces of equipment the best we can with the pressure washers that we have here. There is no undercarriage wash. There's nothing like that. So it's like, get all that salt and debris in there and it just stays there. Maybe if you pour the box off the back and put a new bed on it, it might look like something, but.
Maybe if we built an additional building with a wash bay, it could have a sprayer in it.
That is what I have proposed, automatic wash bay.
And that would
You drive in, spray it, and then you drive out. So, but that's, like I said, that's the pickup. We are looking at putting a 2013 Peterbilt tandem axle on the Wisconsin surplus. I want to put a reserve on it of $62,000. The reason why I want to put that reserve on there is that is what Mid-States offered for a trade-in for these 4 plow trucks that we're theoretically getting this year, which right now they keep delaying it every month. So we're supposedly getting 2 in August and 2 in January or something, they're talking now.
So is that a picture of the truck you want to sell then?
That is the picture of the truck.
You know, I've seen a lot of stuff they sell, if they would paint or like the rims. It really makes a big difference. That would dress that up.
You're already one step ahead of me. So we are looking at painting the rims on those.
Okay.
Just
That
make
would
look a
add
little
value
nicer.
to it.
Might get $5,000 extra for it.
You might.
Just
Yeah,
because
the one's
it's painted.
painted.
It looks like they're well maintained. I mean, they are well maintained, but just adds that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, this is probably the age of the trucks that we should have in our oldest fleet right here, so 2013, but we do have older. But we're looking at trying to get some return value now instead of losing money at the end. But yeah, we do have some other odds and ends, some guardrail posts and culvert materials that we're going to be putting on there again. Those usually bring pretty good money. But like I said, I want to reiterate, if it doesn't meet that reserve, we're not selling it. We already have that locked right now for a trade-in value. So if we get 65,000 for it, we've made 3,000. Worth trying. There's 3 other ones just like it.
I'll make that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded to auction off the items listed. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Alright,
We'll get those listed. Eight. Nothing.
clock, Rob?
It's not.
908?
The only other question I have, and that's still because I'm getting a lot of people calling me on this County Road. County Road B and 25. I know they're gonna redo that part, but there's no way of putting anything in there to make that more efficient to go getting out of Cedar Falls. You know, where Cedar Falls comes out and you got County Road J and Town Road, there's nothing to look into doing something better.
Nothing temporary. But they are redoing that as well as the double B by John Deere.
Yeah.
I think it's scheduled for 2025.
I mean, people keep passing people and they're turning and that just, there's always accidents there.
Where is this now?
Double B and
Both
25.
double Bs are bad.
You know, Arctic Tech out there?
Oh,
Air Tech,
Arctic
okay,
Tech, I said,
okay.
I mean, there's times you can't get out of there and then people passing and on the shoulders.
That's the problem is people that are turning, there could be a car hidden behind it and people are still going out.
Right.
They trust the signal and there's no car.
I mean, everybody
behind
says
it.
there should be a roundabout there, but I mean, how do you ever propose?
25?
Don't do that.
I love it.
They think everybody from Cedar Falls, I mean,
I
I
think there's.
mean,
I hate roundabouts.
I hate it. But they work really good in like Turtle Lake and so that,
They're proposing an offset turn lane, so there'll be like a median in between, so it'll be pushed over more so you can see a car behind it.
I think
Okay.
That's what they're proposing.
widen that area out.
It has to do
and
something
get
to
some
that.
turn lanes put in
It's
there.
hard to see and then you don't know if they're turning or not turning and.
Well, and we found too that there's a lot of signs out there, like road signs, and they're big ones, like, and you can, it almost restricts the vision. So we've actually tried raising the signs and try to do everything we can, but till the alignments or turn lanes are done differently, there's nothing that can temporarily be done.
Like I said, I know roundabouts are great, but they do work really good in a situation like when you have 3 different roads coming or whatever into one area there.
Dunn County's gotta have one eventually.
That's a good place. No, seriously, people in Cedar Falls would really, I mean, that's why a lot of people go Cedar Falls Road now because they get out there. It's too dangerous. You know, that's why a lot of people take the back roads now because it's getting crazy there. Is there studies that, how they come up with any plans on that or?
Well,
Is there a traffic count type deal or is it?
I don't know how they determine roundabouts, but roundabouts need a lot of real estate.
Yeah, I know.
And I think that's where the state kind of retracts, trying to put roundabouts in due to that. They got to start buying property and all that good stuff. Sure. So if they can make an improvement by making offset turn lanes, maybe that's the approach they take. Or I don't want to see J turns or anything like that where that wouldn't work there, but yeah, there's other options.
I just say there's been a lot of complaints on that. There's a lot of accidents like that. There's always new parts laying there.
Yeah, and since it's the main road is the state has the authority and takes jurisdiction over making any improvement.
All right, just wondering. Anything else?
Well, what about the
I guess I
ATV
will.
route?
I guess I will update you on the ATV route. So we started putting signs up this week. Brent's got probably half of them, if not 3/4 of them up right now at the border roads.
B.
No, he's doing that last, the ATV routes, he's gonna do that last. He doing all the border roads, where it comes into the county. So that's where we put the sign that says all Dunn County
Oh, okay.
roads are open to ATV use unless posted.
You have to do that?
That's,
Really?
that's the way the DOT requires. So yeah, you'll see all the roads coming into Dunn County that'll have that green and white sign. Then there's a lot of signs going on B, 35 of them.
I was gonna
On
say,
B. Every intersection's gotta have no ATV traffic.
you can cross the.
Yep, you can cross but not go on it. So that's why we gotta have it on each intersection.
Any other comments, any other brought up? Otherwise, next meeting is August 9th, and we are adjourned.
Here's the record.